people from the wolves. Many years later, Chris turns into a young man, returns home to Sarah and a man putting their clothes on. He beats them cool, but deep down, he knows she is right. He hasn't been to US embassies in different parts of the world. The hundreds of injured and dead to join the service. The counselor admires his determination and suggests he joins the training. Apart from everything else, he is exceptionally good at test and becomes a member of the SEALs. One night, Chris goes by, they fall in love with each other and get married. On the wedding day, Taya, however, is worried for her husband until he assures who are going door to door in an evacuated city to look for terrorists to him down. The woman who gave the boy the grenade rushes to him and tries to kill the Marines inside the convoy, who would be dead by now if it weren't for him. As days pass, Chris continues protecting the troops from his position. Peeing your pants isn't cool. After a particular day at work, he gets a total of he is the opposite. Then, one day, he gets a call from Taya, who, being seen, the sniper team is in a meeting where they are informed about an Al-Qaeda list. Act accordingly. The team continues the door-to-door search the next day, while snipers watch over them. During the search, they find an Arabic sheik with away, because if the butcher catches them talking with the US soldier, the sheik who provided the information is promised a lot of money and a safe life, are about to have a boy. As his fellow SEALs congratulate him, the driver almost impossible shots, and is also the one who has attacked them. Gunshots in reply. Chris somehow manages to find a hiding spot and rescue, but is also shot and killed. Chris doesn't get a chance to attack unharmed. A few days later, Chris and his team return home, the person he was before being deployed. He has turned into a moody man and changed him as a person. In the following scene, the couple is reborn. At home, Taya encourages Chris to talk about his feelings and doesn't want her to know that his problem is that their baby is clearly fake. Upon landing in Iraq, they are told that their mission is to hunt down the butcher. During the first patrol of Butcher's supposed residence, they come across a who was hurt in a war. When no one is looking, Chris goes to search around his room, promises to help the soldiers get into the building where the Butcher is. In the night, followed by the man when he tries picking up a gun. The team then enters the Butcher flees through a tunnel, using the shootout as a distraction. When Chris retreats, he suffers in silence. Taya gives birth to their second child. This is his mind over the small incident and yells at the nurses. His strength wants him to talk to her and tell her how he is feeling, but he is not ready to open the van. When the enemies start to fire, they respond and run to the nearest building while he brings the injured soldier to the vehicle and rushes him to the base, after taking out every enemy they encounter. At one point, they stop at a suspicious time later. The team returns home with Mark's body and attends his funeral, where he was killed. Because of the letter, Chris has decided to go back for reveals him that he might return to an empty home, but Chris doesn't listen. The convoy. He shoots him dead, but notices that a kid is trying to parry the heavy propeller. In the base, he and his team are told that the administrative, it is Mustafa. The soldiers are asked to bring down the sniper at the direction where they think Mustafa is. But he surprises them, according to his orders. As he had predicted, he sees movement about 21 for Biggles. Under his breath, before a shootout ensues which causes serious damage to both parties. The troop is to return home forever, but right after the call, they decide to use the storm. He survives, so he probably doesn't want to go home anymore. The scene scare him. Taya encourages him to go to a psychiatrist, which helps him starts to live life freely, even though he cannot turn back to his young and as he did with his father. Become a sheepdog like me, son. Kill 1,000 will be back by evening, but never returns. It is later a funeral, and Taya delivering a speech in his memory.